What's up, marker heads? It's Karen from Art by Karen E. Haley. This is the last part of the Blastoise use Hydropump drawing. So basically in this video I'm just going to be coloring in the background and I'll be answering some more Q&A questions. Like I said in the last two videos, trades are closed, although every time I upload one of these videos someone asks for a trade. Obviously they must not have the sound on or something. Trades are closed. So if you want to trade, my friend is doing trades right now, and since she doesn't have very many going, right now she'll be able to do more trades than I could because I'm so backed up that people won't be getting stuff until November in a lot of cases. So yeah, when I get backed up 2 months out, that's kind of when or 3 months out, I guess. That's kind of when I say, okay, I need to put a limit on the trades. So, if you wanted to do an art trade with somebody, my friend OldSophie is doing art trades. So, ask her, not me. Anyway, let's get right into the last of my Q&A questions. I think that if I don't finish them up in this video, then I'll be finishing up more in the next one. That is, unless you guys have more questions, and if you do, please put some in the description. I mean, in the comments. I say description every time. Please put some in the comments below, and I will put them in a future Q&A video. Anyway, let's get right to it. Alright, so my 10th question is kind of a funny one, from SaiChansArt. Random question. Karen, have you ever read any Pokemon creepypasta stories? Which is kind of funny because I have read one, and it was about, oh gosh, I don't remember the name, but it was about someone playing in Pokemon Pearl or Diamond, and their Eevee evolved into a hybrid of Umbreon and Espeon due to the timing, because when you evolve an Eevee during the day from Friendship evolution, it turns into an Espeon, but when it's at nighttime, it turns into an Umbreon. So I guess in their story, it was right when the time changed. And then they thought it was pretty, so they decided to try and make another one. And the second one was like this weird monster, and it hated the other one, so it killed it. And like, other than that, I don't remember much about it. If you guys know which one I'm talking about, write the author so that I can, like, I guess link to it, because it was kind of a good story, but weird at the same time, so I don't know. Anyway, I have read one, yes. Alright, so my 11th question comes from ultradudepatric. How do you feel about prismacolor markers? Honestly, I haven't used them enough to form a real opinion. The ones I have used, well, they seem more inky than copics, if that makes sense. More, I don't know, more juicy. They're probably better at large areas than copics are, but I have no way of knowing that for sure since I've only used them a little bit just to test them out, like in the store. And I don't know, in all honesty, it's not really about the art supplies you use, but how you use them that matters anyway. So, I mean, I've seen people who can make their Prismacolor markers look like a Copic color drawing, just because it's not about how good the markers are, or your grammar. It's not really about how good your markers themselves are, it's about how good of an artist you are yourself. So whatever markers you use, you have to practice with them. So I'm sure if I had Prismacolor markers, I would like them, but I just love my Copics so much, and I have a lot of different colors of Copics, so I don't really buy new markers that much anymore. Right now it's all about refills, so I don't really have an opinion one way or the other about Prismacolor markers. Alright, so Candy Pearls 1 asks my 12th question. How did you first find out your love for drawing and art? I'd say from the first time I was shown how to use a pencil, I had a preference for drawing over anything else. I was always drawing in school when I should have been doing classwork, even in kindergarten. Out on the playground, I'd be drawing. I just drew all the time, and I guess I realized what I loved was art, was when animation was explained to me. I remember seeing The Lion King at the drive-in theater when I was really young, and I asked one of my parents, I don't remember which one it was, how the movie was made, and like I thought cartoons were real and that people went and filmed them somewhere, and I asked my parents how the movie was made, and when they explained that an animated movie was made by thousands of hand-drawn pictures, I thought that was the most amazing thing I'd ever heard, and from then on, I just always thought that artists were like the most amazing people in the world. So, I don't know, it's just one of those funny stories, I suppose. But that's how I kind of discovered that I love to draw. So, anyway, that's about it for that question. Alright, my 13th question comes from OldSophie. This is my roommate, actually, which is kind of funny. Okay, so the question was, what's the animal you'd like the least to draw? Which is funny because she knows I really like to draw animals, so this is hard for me to answer. Leeches? Yes, leeches. The nastiest of animals. And maggots. Blech. I hate those animals so much. Alright, my 14th question comes from a Facebook user, so I'm just going to use their first name. Mahina asks, how did you learn to use copic markers? Honestly, mostly from practicing and observing nature and seeing what works and what doesn't. I will be honest, I did get my start from using my markers. Let's see. When I first got my markers, my dad gave me the book called Let's Draw, Illustrating with Copic, which is a pretty good book, and it helped me a lot because I'd never seen anyone use them before. And then I discovered YouTube. But the best way, honestly, to learn anything like about a medium you're trying to learn how to use is to practice and observe what you see and just see what works and what doesn't. So I guess it was a mixture of books and learning on my own. Alright, my 15th question is also a Facebook question. This question comes from somebody named Joel. What is your favorite video game? Hands down, it's gotta be Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. The game's so huge, and for its day, the art style was really very advanced, I guess. It was at the beginning of the era where games were becoming more story-based, but the puzzles were still much more challenging than they are in the newer Zelda games. And there are a few other games that I just will always remember as my favorite games, like Pokemon Ruby, The Sims 2 and 3, and Wind Waker. Oh, I love Wind Waker. And then there's, of course, Minecraft, because there's just so much creativity involved in Minecraft. And I really liked Spore, too. But A Link to the Past just stands above them all. Just so far above all of them. I love that game so much. Alright, well that's about wrapping it up for this Q&A question. I do have a few more left to go, so I need a little more questions to fill up the next video, but if you have any, please leave them in the comments below, and if you want to be a part of the marker box, become a markerhead by clicking subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.